everyone. In this video, I will explain how to insert or update records into a Salesforce object. In this case, I will use flat file as a source and Salesforce object as a target. Let me go to the flat file. Say I have created a comma separated file. As you can see, there are a few fields: account name, permanent address, contact, mobile number, country, state, email ID. Let me go to Salesforce. Yeah, so the test account. This is the object I have created, and you can see there are many fields created by external ID, last modified by owner, permanent address, and test account name. I load the records into test account name and permanent address and external ID. And this external ID is a unique field, unique case sensitive field. This field will use to upsert the records, insert or update the records. And this created by, last modified by, owner. These are lookup fields. By default, based on the logged in user, these created by, modified by fields will be auto populated. So let's go to Talend. As you can see, I have already created the metadata for flat file. So this one, source SFDC account contact. Similarly, if you go to Salesforce, here I have also created the metadata for test object, sorry, test account. This one. Now let's go to job design. In job Salesforce, I'll create the job. J S F missing contact. J underscore SFDC underscore account. This is the job name. Okay. Now go to flat file, drag and drop here. I'll use this as a flat file input delimited. Now let me go and drag and drop the Salesforce object. So test account. It should be T Salesforce output. I'll use a T map for mapping the fields. So let me connect this. Provide a name. Account. Double click on T map. I need the name, external ID, and permanent address. These three fields to be populated. So I'll remove the other fields. So and delete. Then create a date. Delete this. You can see only three fields are there. I'll map these fields. I'll map account name to name. Then permanent address to permanent address. And external ID, as you know, this is one of the unique fields. So, and based on that unique field, every time We will upsert the records. I'll mention this. I'll drag and drop account name here. Click on apply. Okay. Propagate changes. Save the job. Now go to workbench. I have connected to workbench and I have already selected this test account object. Test account. Select the fields. As you can see, select all fields are there from that object. Now run the query. You can see no records present. Now go to Talend. Go to run the job. Okay, job has completed. Now go and run the query. As you can see, page 5 records have been loaded. As you know, we mapped only external ID, name, and permanent address. But you can see there are a few other audit fields which have been also populated, like created by ID, last modified by ID, owner ID, and there is a created date and a system modified timestamp and last modified date. So, and there is a unique record which has been generated, which is called ID. For each and every record in Salesforce, one ID will be generated, okay, 18 character length. So, in this way, you can insert records. To see that record in Salesforce application, what I will do, one way is to just scroll the cursor to the ID. You can see update, delete, on delete, pause, view in Salesforce. Click on view in Salesforce. So you can see in Salesforce, this record has been created. You can see test account name is ABC Bank, external ID is ABC Bank, and permanent address is ABC Layout Second Main. That it has been created. And owner, as I have used my ID by loading into Salesforce by default, this owner is getting loaded. Owner created by and last modified by. These fields have been loaded. And if you go to the target object, here we have selected insert. If you run the job, it may throw some error. Let's run it again. Yeah, you can see it has thrown error. As we have already defined this external ID, it's a unique record, and as the same value is coming from source, that's why it has thrown an error as a duplicate value. So what we'll do now, go to the object, we'll instead of insert, we'll select Upsert. So what will happen? If the record is already present, it will update it. And here that Upsert will be based on the external ID field. Now save the job. Now run it again. You can see job has completed. This time we did not get that a duplicate error. Now go to workbench. You can see the previously created timestamp was 444 and modified time was 444. Let's run the query again. As you can see, created timestamp is same as 444 for all the records, And let's see the modified timestamp. Modified timestamp, it shows 4:47. It means the records have been updated. And we did not change any value. Now go to our source file. Let's make it ABC for ABC bank field. Make it third main. And for Sun bank, let's make it first main. Now save the file. As you can see, we have updated or modified the address for two records. Now let go and run the job. Clear this. Run the job. Job has succeeded. Let's go to workbench. You can see previously all the addresses were same. Now run the query again. Yeah, we modified the record. Permanent address we modified for the first record. You can see previously it was second main, now it is third main. And for this record, previously it was second main, now it is first main. So in this way, the records can be updated. You can use that upsert option to insert or update records in Salesforce. Now let's go to Salesforce. Click this ID, scroll the cursor to ID and click on view in Salesforce. You can see the address has been updated. And here you can see created by, it was showing as 9:44. The record got created at 9:44 and it got modified at 9:49. So in this way, one can insert or update the records in Salesforce using Talend. Thank you.